Caitlin Clark, Indiana Fever's biggest nightmare scenario for 2024 WNBA playoffs has been revealed. Clark and the Fever almost certainly do not want this WNBA playoffs draw. The Indiana Fever have clinched a spot in the 2024 WNBA playoffs beginning in less than a week, September 22nd, but Coach Christie Side's team is far from a lock to make a deep playoff run. Fever star guard and Rookie of the Year favorite Caitlin Clark knew as much recently when she decided to pour cold water on the Fever's playoff clinching win celebration, noting the seriousness of the challenge ahead of her team. On Tuesday, the Fever's biggest potential nightmare scenario was revealed, and it involves a potential matchup with the one-team sides and Clark absolutely do not want to face in the 2024 playoffs. The Fever will almost certainly face DeWanna Bonner, Marina Mabrey, and the Connecticut Sun in the first round of the playoffs according to the latest statistical odds shared by the Indianapolis Star. The Sun were listed with 87.5% odds to play Clark and the Fever in the first round, assuming a 50-50 chance for each potential opponent to win their remaining games. Things get far more dicey as the odds become longer as part of the Star's recent analysis. The Fever have a 6.3% chance of facing either the defending WNBA champion Las Vegas Aces or the Minnesota Lynx in the first round. Both teams have had Clark and the Fever's number this season, but a matchup versus Aya Wilson and the Las Vegas Aces is the biggest nightmare scenario by far. The Aces swept the Fever in 4 meetings this season, including 2 wins over Coach Side's team in the last week. Clark's franchise missed the playoffs in their 7 prior seasons before she joined the team, fresh off a college career as the NCAA's all-time leading scorer. Indiana last won a playoff series in 2015 when the Fever reached the WNBA Finals before losing to the Lynx, 3-2. Caitlin Clark congratulates boyfriend Connor McCaffrey on Butler MCBB coaching job. Caitlin Clark still has some ties to the college basketball landscape. Clark's boyfriend, Connor McCaffrey, has been officially hired as an assistant coach for Butler's men's basketball team. Following the news, Clark took to Instagram to celebrate McCaffrey's hiring. Clark posted a story to her Instagram page of McCaffrey's official hiring announcement and captioned it, "Yay. So happy for you." Clark is in the midst of a strong rookie campaign for the Indiana Fever, averaging 19.5 points, 8.4 assists, and 5.7 rebounds while leading the Fever to a 20-19 record. This comes after a prolific collegiate career at Iowa, where she was a 4-time All-American, 2-time Player of the Year, and led her Iowa Hawkeyes to back-to-back appearances in the NCAA Division I Women's Basketball National Championship game. McCaffrey played for the Hawkeyes men's team and appeared in 166 games across 6 seasons. He averaged 4.5 points, 3.2 assists, and 3 rebounds in his collegiate career. He now joins the staff of a Butler team that is coming off an 18-15 season and has not reached the NCAA tournament since the 2017-18 season. Caitlin Clark gives Fever teammate her flowers ahead of WNBA playoffs. Caitlin Clark is impressed with her teammate. The Indiana Fever are preparing for the 2024 WNBA playoffs. Indiana already clinched their spot in the postseason, but the team will need all hands on deck once the playoffs get underway. Caitlin Clark has received the most attention on the team in 2024, but one Fever role player has stepped up as well. Clark recently explained Lexi Hull's important impact on the team via the Indiana Fever on formerly Twitter. "I'm really proud of Lex," Clark said of her teammate. "I thought she was very resilient. Obviously, her role has changed a lot as we've gone through the course of the year. Some games she didn't get in, some games she played a couple minutes. Now she's in a starting role. And that's really hard to do, to stay resilient, to come in and work hard every single day. To see the way she's improved, obviously I wasn't on the team last year, but just her shooting over the course of the year. Since the Olympic break, she shot the ball incredibly well. That has added a whole other dynamic for our team and another thing that the other team has to scout for." Hull, 25, has continued to improve throughout her WNBA career. She endured a number of ups and downs through her first 2 seasons in the WNBA. In 2024, though, Hull has taken a step forward. She is currently averaging 5.6 points per game on 44.8% field goal and a league-leading 47.8% three-point shooting mark. Hull is also shooting 80.5% from the free throw line. It is worth noting that since Hull only plays around 19.7 minutes per game, she doesn't record as many shot attempts as other long-range shooters in the league. In fact, Hull is only recording 2.1 three-point shot attempts per game. Still, the Fever will not complain as Hull is almost shooting 50% from beyond the arc. Her efficiency has been of the utmost importance for Caitlin Clark and the Fever. Every championship team, whether it is in the WNBA or the NBA, tends to have an unsung hero or two on the roster. Sure, Clark is a star. Kelsey Mitchell has also been incredible. Having a player such as Hull step up in the big moments will be pivotal for the Fever, though. Upsetting the best teams in the league will require a resilient effort from every player on the roster. Hull could prove to be the difference maker for Indiana. Clark and Mitchell will need help, and perhaps Hull will continue to shoot the ball well in the postseason. Of course, Aaliyah Boston and Nalissa Smith's impacts cannot be ignored either. They have played crucial roles in the Fever's 2024 success. There is no question that this Indiana team has a chance to upset the odds in the postseason. They will be a team worth closely watching. The Fever have only one game remaining in the regular season. They will play the Washington Mystics on the road in a Thursday night clash. The game will be especially important for the Mystics, as Washington is fighting for the final playoff spot. Tip-off is scheduled for 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Caitlin Clark scores career-high 35 points to pass Simone Augustus for most points in a WNBA rookie season. Clark keeps on breaking records, reaching 761 points this season after the Fever's 110-109 win over the Wings. Caitlin Clark just can't stop breaking records. The Indiana Fever rookie sensation marked her latest milestone on Sunday, breaking the WNBA single-season rookie point record on the way to a 110-109 win over the Dallas Wings. Clark finished with a career-high 35 points in Sunday's game, racking up 761 total points to pass Simone Augustus for most points in a rookie season. Augustus, now a Hall of Famer, set the record in 2006, scoring 744 points for the Minnesota Lynx in her rookie year. The game came down to the wire, with the Wings getting within 2 points with just seconds remaining. Fever center Aaliyah Boston hit 2 free throws with 1 second left to lift the win just out of Dallas' grasp. Although Dallas forward Satu Sabali was able to make the buzzer-beating three-pointer, it wasn't enough, and Indiana took the 110-109 win. In addition to Clark's career high in points, she chipped in 3 rebounds, 8 assists, and 3 steals. She also hit 6 three-pointers, just one shy of her career high. Kelsey Mitchell was right behind Clark, scoring 27 points for the Fever, while Sabali and Eric Ogunbowale also dropped 27 points each for Dallas.